Hey everyone, welcome to what I guess I'm going to call is my gas blog. Alright, so sort of quick backstory. When I was really young, and got my first car, so I'm talking years ago, I got a 91 Cavalier with a four-cylinder, and I tuned that thing up. That thing was quick, it was good, but at one point I noticed after I started tuning it up and I got it to run on 91 octane and things like that, um, I started noticing that when you use certain companies of fuel, the car would run worse than others. And I'm talking like, you could put, I'd either see a lower and power rating, not off the thing, just the way the car responded and accelerated, to things like uh, the fuel economy and how much I would get out of it, like how much kilometers I'd get out of the car. And so this was obviously some concern. So I said, let me run some tests and see. So I ran the tests, and first off, for anyone who says gas is gas and that's it, just gas and gas, sorry to tell you, it's not true. Um, I shouldn't say that either. It can be true in some areas. It does depend where you live. For example, here in Canada, they put additives in the gas. Now, gas gets additives anyways, but they have, like, for example, Petro-Canada here, they have something called Tactrol. It's supposed to help clean up the combustion chambers and whatever like that. Um, Other companies have different mixes. It's true, gas is not gas. Octane rating is octane rating, but gas is different. It can vary. So I ran this on my Cavalier, noticed a difference. It actually turned out Petro-Canada was the best company that ran the smoothest in that car. And then a couple of years later, my dad had a Chevy Venture with GM's 3400 series engine, 3.4 liter V6. No tuning, no nothing, completely stock. I ran the test again. And same thing, it turned out Esso and Petro-Canada both ran the best. Kind of left it at that and I haven't done anything since. Now I'm thinking, a lot of things have changed. You have all these new companies out there. Some companies have gone, some ones are here. And I said, I'm just kind of curious. Let me run some tests. So I ran some preliminaries before deciding to make this video, just to see if I would see anything. And it was quite alarming. As much as 20 kilometer difference in fuel economy. And some gases I would notice things like on the low end or top end. But here's the thing. There's a lot of videos out there that test out gas from an objective stance. Let's take the gas, let's test the combustibility, test everything. There's a few of them out there. But what these videos don't take into account is how the car is engineered. Because I could tell you that what Petro-Canada may work better in my car, but actually, you put it in another car, it actually runs worse. Just because of whatever additive they put in there. So the first thing I'm telling you is that this is going to apply. I'm doing this in my SUV, which is, for the record, for this video, an Infiniti GX35. The my Grand Prix, for my Grand Prix followers, that one still uses Petro-Canada 94 octane. And that's with a tune. You can't just do that without a tune, otherwise you're going to get like valve dock and all sorts of things happening with it, right? So for this, I'm just doing a completely stock Infiniti SUV, and I'm going to run a few different tests on it and see how things go. And based on what I saw, I think that I will see some results. But I wanted to wait for the weather to get a little bit warmer, so I could be more consistent. Like things like when you're in winter, you're starting up your car to run it a little longer, things like that. So now that the weather is kind of more evened out, I think now is a good time to kind of start running some of these tests. Because of COVID, I will not be driving a lot. I don't have a lot of places to go. So, these blogs will be few and far between when they happen because, I have to burn fuel to make it, right? So here's the idea. Let me switch over. Okay. So here's my odometer, right? Ignore these. I have one tire that's kind of low right now, as you can see. When it's cold, my winter tires actually got to switch over to my summers, and it's got small leaks. So ignore that. Whatever. I got to fix that when I get the tire off. It just started. Okay, over here. So here's a few things we're gonna do. My trip. I'm gonna reset my trip every time. And then we'll use the trip to monitor how far I go. 2. Now this is not an exact science. I'm not running this thing or draining the tank or running it empty. I want to be clear. This is not a scientific test. This is a completely subjective test. So things like there could be variances in how much mileage I get in the fuel economy, right? Um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the fuel run to just the edge right here. I don't want to run it to empty because sediment and garbage and stuff gets at the bottom of your gas tank. I don't want to suck that into my engine. So I'm going to use that as my measuring point. And I'll go in and I'll fill up 20 liters of fuel from every company. So 20 liters, whatever it gives me, well, it should be around the half, just below half, like right there. And then I won't put any more. And I'll run it down to here, see what mileage we get, and get a feel for how it drives. And then I'll go to another company and I'll do the same, 20 liters, and same. You get the idea, right? And one thing I'll make sure to do is report on how the car drives. I'll tell you when I ran my preliminaries, that I noticed that some gases I'd put in, the car felt better on the low end, but some felt worse on the low end. But I'd actually when I was accelerating, when I started getting to the higher up RPMs, it actually combusted better. So that's a subjective thing because there's no test. I'm not running this and then running a test to see, right? Because I just want to know how it feels for me, and I want to see what kind of mileage I got. At one point, I got between 90 to 120 kilometers off of roughly 20 liters of fuel. So, and that's with city driving. So it is interesting to see. There is variances that this doesn't account for. For example, what if it's heavier traffic or lighter traffic? It's all city driving, but it's got and some highway, but all those variances take into account. So this is not scientific. This won't be definitive proof. What I want to show you though is what the difference can make in the fuel and why you should probably run this test for yourself with some of your local companies if you ever get a chance, because trust me, it can make all the difference. Okay, well, I've talked a lot for now. We're like 7 minutes in. I just wanted to kind of give you guys, all you people out there, kind of an idea of what's coming next in these blogs. Yeah, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll go well. Maybe it won't. Maybe people see value. Maybe they won't. But let's see how it goes. I'll make the videos. We'll see what the differences are. I'll kind of do before and afters, blog them out, and we'll go from there. I will see you all next time.